Hi, Kim Castellano here from the coaching office here at Power of One. We're actually on week 3 of our Boundaries workshop, and I really wanted to just do a little quick video just to tell you where we're at on this workshop, and that there's still more room, not much more room left in the evening of Wednesdays here at 796 Van Houten Ave. That group on Wednesday night is almost full, so if you're thinking about coming, I would definitely recommend coming with either tomorrow or by next week, because then we're going to close this group down. The one during the day from 1 to 3, there's plenty of room there. So just wanted to really fill you in. What is this thing called Boundaries that Kim is doing? It's a DVD series. It's based on this workbook, Boundaries, and it's by Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend. And boundary work was really one of the first books I picked up during my 4 years of really trying to help myself. And I put the book down, and in the past 2 years I picked the book back up, and it really changed my life. So I really said, instead of asking everyone to read the book, let's go further. There's a DVD series, so that's how the workshop works. We watch a DVD. It's probably about anywhere between 3 minutes and 5 minutes. We have a workbook that we work out of each week. Okay, and inside here is our questions that help the conversations here in the group, and we kind of share. That's why we're going to close this group down really soon, because there's a dynamic about the group that we're feeling safe with one another, and now we can really go deeper. So just to tell you where we're at, week 1 we talked about what boundaries are, and we realized that even our skin is a boundary there. Our words, our time, the truth about ourselves, truth about God, there's a boundary there, what we believe, and then also people's consequences. So there's boundaries. We also looked at our responsibilities. What are our responsibilities and our boundaries? Which is our feelings, our attitude, our behaviors, our values, our thoughts. We do that in the stress coaching, so that's why this really works well doing this workshop. If you've taken the stress coaching, you definitely want to come in on the boundaries, because you're really going deeper on our thought pattern. And also, one little thing is ignoring our feelings is also, or letting our feelings rule over us, is being irresponsible with that boundary. So you learned a lot of little things that you didn't realize were boundary work. So that was week 1, and it was successful. We have about 8 people in the group, so like I said, we only have a little bit more room for a couple more people. And then session 2 was understanding boundaries, and they're not inherited, they're actually built over time, and boundary work starts when we're born, like when we're babies, and then it goes through adolescence. And if you come from a dysfunctional home, boundaries weren't really modeled. So some of us are coming from, no boundaries, and then we're put out into this world, and just like, there's rules, really? So boundary work as an adult is even harder, because it's like foreign information. So we looked at the problems about boundaries and the patterns. So some of the patterns are compliance, avoidance, controllers, non-responsiveness. Basically, if we don't get control over the patterns, because we all fall, or we can all identify with those patterns, but if we don't control them or put some limits on them, then we really drain our energy. So boundary work really has a lot to do with stress coaching, so that's why the two go hand in hand. So now I'm really excited for week 3. We're getting a little deeper, and we're talking about the 10 laws of boundaries. And the 10 laws of boundaries, the first 5 is what we'll be covering this week, tomorrow, and then the other 5, the remaining 5, will cover the following. That's why if you're interested in coming to the Boundaries workshop, this is the week. Tomorrow will be really the limit, because then we're really getting deep into the work of boundaries. But we're talking about the law of sowing and reaping, the law of power, what we're powerless over. And so it's going to be really cool. The DVD series is very helpful. It's clear, it's concise. The workbooks, you get to have them. You get to do the extra work at home. We keep the group to like 2 hours, so we start exactly 7:30 or 7, and we end at 9. So no matter what time we start, we end at 9 o'clock here. And we also, at the end, we also answer questions. So I'm really looking forward to seeing some of you. And every week, I think I'm going to do a little quick video on that week. So we just started. This was 3 weeks of information. So each week, hopefully Tuesdays, I'll be able to just give you a shout out on where we're at with this boundary workbook. I've never done the DVD, and I've never done it at a workshop. So this is really new. It's our first launch. And if you're interested, email me, message me down here on Facebook. The book is $10 if you want the book. If you don't need the book, you can just listen in. I recommend, if you don't come to the workshop, go get the book and read the book on your own. And if you want to do one-on-one with me, I'd be more than happy to sit with you, run the DVD with you, and then we can talk about the boundary work that you need to do and where you're injured in your boundary work. So we all could really benefit from this. So thanks for listening, and looking forward to hearing your comments about boundaries. If you've ever read the book, let me know. I want to hear about your insight. How has the boundary workbook really changed your life? And if you haven't, what's holding you back from really starting this kind of work? So looking forward to seeing or hearing from you. Thanks.